Hi, my name is Mubarak Alumi. Our topic for today is Information System Project Management and Strategic Planning. First, what is a project? A project is a temporary activity that is launched for a specific purpose to carry out a particular objective. Projects are temporary with their own budgets, timelines, and sponsor. Well, with contrast to a process, a business process is a series of events designed to deliver a product or service that is repeated over and over. Projects are unique, but processes are recurring. As we now know the definition of projects and processes, we have to know the differences between a project and a process. Well, one, projects are temporary. They hold budget and timelines. They are unique and they are uncertain. While for processes, they are repeated continuously over and over again. They are efficient and cost-effective. They are streamlined and predictable. Every project is constrained by three fundamental forces: time, cost, and scope. These are mainly called the triple constraints. These three are interrelated, and if one changes, the others are affected. Often one of the constraints is fixed for a particular project, so the other two forces must be adjusted if change is needed. For a project proposal requesting $150,000, for example, a manager might say $100,000 is the limit, not a penny more. Thus, fixing the cost. The project scope can be reduced instead. The time could be lengthened or both. In some situations, the time constraint is critical.
My name is Abiola Kishimo Intimitope, and I'll be talking about project management. What is project management? Project management can be defined as the process, as the application of process, method, skills, knowledge, and experience to achieve a specific project objective. It is also said to be the process of leading the work of a team to achieve all project goals within a given constraints. The purpose of project management is to plan and manage a project to successfully complete its listed goals and deliverables. Who is a project manager? A project manager is a professional who organizes, plans, and executes a project while working within a given constraints. He is also a professional who has the responsibility of planning, procurement, and execution of a project. Roles of a project manager. He creates and leads a team. A project manager delegates authority. He ensures satisfaction of stakeholders. He controls and manages the project. Code of ethics of a project manager, which includes integrity, respect, discretion, responsibility, openness, honesty, equity, generosity. Then we have stages of project management. We have 5 stages, which are initiation stage, planning stage, execution stage, monitoring and control. Then we have closure. Thank you.
Positively or negatively, they can include lack of support from the executive branches, lack of support from stakeholders, lack of commitment from the project members, lack of communication between the executive and the stakeholders and even the project members. These are so many things, lack of trained personnel. These are so many things that can actually derail the actually success and completion of a particular project, because in cases where there's lack of proper funding, there's actually stunted progress, and this leads to lack of completion, and this leads to total derailment of the whole progress. When there's lack of communication between the executive and the project members, giving them day-to-day or month-to-month progress of how things are going and how things are being managed, it leads to miscommunication and it leads to loss in translation between the upper branch and the and the project member and the project branch actually. But when we're talking about the factors that can actually lead to the success of a particular project, we can talk about proper funding, we can talk about commitment, having very good trained personnel, talented personnel, motivated personnel. We can talk about the whole goals that we're actually setting out to hit, understanding the market that we're trying to infiltrate, backing from the executive branch, backing from the stakeholder branch. All these are things that actually influence and actually lead to positive success from all parties involved, and actually leads to total completion of a set out project.
My name is Nice Kennedy, and I would like to talk about projects and why projects fail and why projects succeed. Now, in an organization, there are project managers who head projects, and for that reason, there are factors that affect the success of the project, and there are factors that affect that are responsible for the failures of the project. So one of the factors, and I'm going to enlist to highlight some of the factors responsible for the failure, and some of those factors are one, the technology problems that arise in the organization. Another one is the unrealistic time frames set by the stakeholders or by the project managers to the employees or those working under the project. Another one is the poor communication between the stakeholders to the project managers and those under the project manager, or the poor communication from the executives in the company that make the essential decision making in the organization. So having said that, I will highlight the factors that are responsible for the success of a project. So the factors that are responsible for a project are a mirror side of the problems of the factors responsible for this failure of project in an organization. So one of the factors that are responsible for success of the project is clarity. That is, there should be clarity between the project managers or the executives at the top to the project managers and the employees. Another is strategic planning. That is, since organizations incorporate this information system and technologies, strategic planning is essential to pump resources for effective management of project and the success of the projects thereof. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Ajayi Washegun, and I'm going to be talking about strategic plan for information system. So because information systems are so central to success and strategic competitiveness, organizations create an information technology strategic plan to provide a roadmap that charts the course. Now, the roadmap should be aligned with the strategy that the company establishes. Now, strategic plan for information systems should be closely aligned and used to guide decision making by the Chief Information Officer, that is the CIO, leads the effort. Now, we have some major areas in the strategic plan. So we have the vision, principles, and policies. We have project portfolio management. We also have disaster recovery and business continuity. Now, organization vision, mission, and culture determines how the principles that guide how its IT is managed and utilized, and also how resources are located. Now, the enterprise architecture is the organization overarching ICT environment, and the plan for this architecture should address its current and target states. Now, strategic plans to guide the architectural design or decision changes will lead towards the target. So the strategic plan should outline how the organization will guide investment in new information technology related to